I work on the external side of things and signing up a lot of the clients, specifically a lot of the PEG members as well. So I deal with a lot of the independents because at this point in time, we have a lot of the OEM networks on our service, as Brad said, about 75% of them. And there's still a solid amount of independent net dealers are out there for us to go after. And working with them is great because they look at a software like ours and a data set like ours, and they generally tend to think it's a little bit out of their reach, out of their grasp, because it's numbers and analytics and data. And the good thing about the service is that it fits companies of all shapes and sizes, and they're always really happy to hear that we have other dealers of their size able to use the same exact data that companies like United and Sunbelt are able to see. It's the same data. Everybody gets to see the same data, so it's great in that way. And yeah, it's been very interesting to watch them grow with the service. You get a front row seat into seeing how the industry, how the information helps them grow their business from point A to point B and helps them get there, which is, a great thing to be a part of.
Welcome to Peer Talk, a dialogue with business owners just like you. Peer Talk's conversations run the gamut of business challenges facing owners today. The host of Peer Talk is Dan Crowley, founder and owner of Peer Executive Groups, which provides a safe space for owners to share their experience, grow their businesses, and learn from their peers.
Hi, this is Dan Crowley. We have a number of great owners in our peer group network, just like you, and our job is to give you a voice here on Peer Talk.
Peer Tech is a proud sponsor of Peer Talk. Are your results actionable? View your industry data like never before. Gain insights, view real-time KPIs, drive growth, unlock potential. When you join Peer Tech, your data drives decisions. Peer benchmarking allows you to see your data like never before. Why be satisfied with incomplete data when clear, responsive, real-time trends could be yours? Now is the time to start making insightful, data-driven decisions for your business. Peer Tech. We are here at the California Rental Association Rental Rally in Las Vegas, Nevada. And today we have a special podcast with Peer Talk. We're going to be speaking with the vendors who serve our members as well as members themselves. Many chair people and participants in peer groups are here. So let's hear from them. This is Dan Crowley. We are here at the California Rental Rally, and I'm standing in front of the Rouse booth right now. And the gentleman who I'm going to be speaking to is Ray and Brad, and they are going to tell us more about why they're here at the show, what they're hoping to get out of it, and a little bit about their relationship with peer executive groups. So, Brad, why don't you tell us a little bit about your history with Rouse?
I'd be happy to. So I've been at Rouse for 9 years now. I've worked my way up to the Director of Client Services, seen our company grow from about 20 clients to over 300 plus. We are now tracking over $75 billion of equipment at original equipment cost and $25 billion of annual rental revenue across all the national rental companies, every cat dealer across the United States, about 75% of the OEM network, and over 200 independent rental companies. So being part of that growth and knowing that we're helping companies achieve their financial goals and success has been a very rewarding experience for me. I really enjoy the industry. Rental is very unique and very special, and happy to be part of it. And partnering with PEG, joining their meetings and knowing all their members has been also very nice and rewarding, and some of the greatest people, and having that network to connect with and learn from each other is very helpful in this industry when there's a lot of change and movement and different pieces that need a little more attention. So
that's awesome. So we have in the peer group network, 200 members, but Rouse, I would say, has a significant impact on the return on investment for our members who use Rouse. They're obviously looking at ways to increase their profitability as a company, and certainly they don't want to be blinded when it comes to looking at rates in their marketplace and things like that. Ray, I know we've had a couple members stop by the booth today. What is it about, for you, what is it about working with independent rental? They're obviously, all of them are different, right? So they come from different walks. Tell us a little bit about what you found over the last tenure. How long have you been with Rouse at this point?
I've been with Rouse for almost 4 years.
Okay, so tell us about that, and when it comes to independence versus the big boxes.
I've been with Rouse for about 4 years now, and I primarily work on the outbound sales side of things. So Brad works a lot with our clients and kind of the internal side of things. I work on the external side of things and signing up a lot of the clients, specifically a lot of the PEG members as well. So I deal with a lot of the independents because at this point in time, we have a lot of the OEM networks on our service, as Brad said, about 75% of them. And there's still a solid amount of independent net dealers are out there for us to go after. And working with them is great because they look at a software like ours and a data set like ours, and they generally tend to think it's a little bit out of their reach, out of their grasp, because it's numbers and analytics and data. And the good thing about the service is that it fits companies of all shapes and sizes, and they're always really happy to hear that we have other dealers of their size able to use the same exact data that companies like United and Sunbelt are able to see. It's the same data. Everybody gets to see the same data, so it's great in that way. It's been very interesting to watch them grow with the service. You get a front row seat into seeing how the industry, how the information helps them grow their business from point A to point B and helps them get there, which is, a great thing to be a part of.
So we know inside of our network, your ability to pull the data APIing out of things like point of rental. How other ways have you been able to get data? Is it all through management software? You're pulling from the management software, or any other way that you get their data? And outside of point of rental, give me an example of some other management software that you're able to work with.
Yeah, so primarily the way we extract the data is via it's a lightweight application that we install generally on the management systems of the ERP like point of rental. And then on a nightly basis, we get these automatic data feeds that run at the end of the close of business. It's a really straightforward, really easy process. We work with about 50 different softwares, believe it or not. So point of rental is one of them. CDK, EBS, eEmphasis, Alert, Texada, iRental, Rental Man. You name it, we've run into them and we've worked with them in the past. So
it's simply if a new product pops up on the landscape, you just need to get with them, get an API set up, and then you're able to get the data you need to do your job.
Yeah, exactly. So
okay.
If it's brand new, we set up a call with them and we're able to kind of work through the lines and then get everything going. And it's a pretty simple process to get everything installed for a new one as well.
Excellent. Well, I can tell you that from getting the financials from our members, our Top Gun network, which is our top quartile of performers, almost across the board are Rouse. So we appreciate what you guys have been doing for our network. And any thoughts on 2023, Brad? How about how you feel the year's going to turn out?
Well, if it's anything close to 2022, pretty strong, and it's all indications are leaning that way. I think the challenges for people are still similar to last year. We're getting new equipment, some of the new equipment prices, but that lack of availability has helped drive rates up in the market, and having a service that allows you to see what's happening in your market as far as units available, rate change month over month, year over year, can really help companies achieve their goals and success and find out where they're underperforming and where they might need a little more TLC. So yeah, I think it's going to be another good year. I've been in the industry for 9+ years, and it's been getting better and better each year. So I have no concerns for the upcoming year.
Excellent. Well, the day is still early here in Las Vegas, Nevada, but we do know that you've got a couple of our members signed up this morning, so we appreciate you guys staying on that. We'll continue to send them over.
PEG members are the only ones that get a 90-day free trial of Rouse. So very good benefit joining the service. And we have a special operations metrics report that we put together for PEG members. So love to share that with anyone who would like to see.
Excellent. Thanks for reminding me of that. All right, you guys have a good day.
This is Charlie from Peer Executive Groups. We're here at the California Rental Association Rental Rally Trade Show today, and I'm here with McKenna from Quiply. You guys should all know and recognize that name. McKenna, tell us a little bit about Quiply and what you're here looking for today.
Yeah, definitely. So we are Quiply. We're a modern rental software specifically specializing in heavy equipment, but if you can rent it online, you can use our platform. We have 120 customers currently across 3 countries, and we're in 40 states. We've been around for about 24 months now, so still fairly new to the space, but making our way. If you are a rental group that has ideally 2 to 3 locations, that's who we really service the best. But for folks that just have a handful of pieces of equipment, or if you have 10 plus locations, we can also service them as well.
Very cool, very cool. So I think you guys would remember that Quiply was at the Meeting of the Minds event that we had back in November, a good sponsor for us, and we really appreciate what they do. McKenna, I think the other thing that you said that was interesting is that you can take someone that even maybe only has a handful of pieces of equipment and is just starting out in the business and really help them to manage their fleet, even if it's only 8 or 10 pieces. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, exactly. So we have a lot of folks that are using, Excel spreadsheets and Google Calendar, and they're just looking for a way to maybe better centralize either communication if they have some help from other folks, or just create a more positive customer experience. That's what we were founded out of, is really creating for the end user a really positive experience. So we have an e-commerce platform where folks can go online, request their reservations, put in all of their information and details in one location. So think about it as like an Amazon-like ordering experience that so many folks
That's
are used to. Yeah. And that information feeds into the back-end rental management piece. So that's where our business owners are able to manage, orders they have going out today, coming back today, delivery pickups, past due, and really just keeping track of their business in a one-stop shop.
That's awesome that you can do that e-commerce aspect, because I have teenage kids. They don't even know how to make a phone call. So being able to go out and click, and they don't even want to order at Chipotle.
Exactly,
they got to do it on the app,
right?
right?
If they can't find it online, they don't want it. And that's what a lot of, our target audience is for people is, the way you've done things now is great. We don't want to take that away. So that's why there's the back end that you can create orders. But there's a whole demographic out there that they don't want to pick up the phone, and we don't want to make them. So we allow you to reach them through the e-commerce.
Yeah, well, and it's interesting how all of us have had to adjust our businesses to be aware of that, and to be aware of what the consumer is looking for, and maybe stepping out of our comfort zones a little bit to adapt to what they're looking for versus what we might want in a more traditional business sense. So that's
that's how our business model is just meeting everyone where they're at. For our customers that again have 5 to 7 pieces of machinery, or if you have 30 plus locations, we're meeting you where you're at so you can meet your customers where they're at.
That's cool. So tell me, I know we've got a couple users within peer executive groups that are on Quiply. I think Ryan Henderson is one. Any others that come to mind that you know of?
Brian, I'm forgetting his last name, WBC Equipment. They're out of Oklahoma.
Okay,
They're a Quiply user. None that I can think of off the top of my head, but I think we have about 3 to 4 right now.
Cool.
Yeah, so you guys have been a great partner for us.
Yes, very much so. So it was good talking with you. I appreciate it. How can folks get in touch with you if they're interested in seeing a demo from Quiply?
Yeah, you can go to our website, quiply.com, and that's QUIPLI.com. We're also on LinkedIn. You can find us on Facebook or Instagram, and you can email me personally at mckenna@quiply.com.
Perfect. Thank you, McKenna. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
View your industry data like never before. Gain insights, view real-time KPIs, drive growth, unlock potential. When you join PeerTech, your data drives decisions. Why be satisfied with incomplete data when clear, responsive, real-time trends could be yours? Now is the time to start making insightful, data-driven decisions for your business. PeerTech.
You've been listening to Peer Talk from Peer Executive Groups, produced and directed by Noah Crowley and hosted by Dan Crowley. Subscribe to this podcast for notifications of future episodes of Peer Talk.